I talk about my own personal experience a lot. I'm not really talk about the news kind of comic. I definitely talk about, my life. My dad was actually adopted right from the reserve and raised by a white family. And then my sister and I were adopted by his sister through the adoption and raised by them. My mom is white as well, so just kind of trying to figure out where I fit in society. I talk a lot about that, like finding my cultural identity, figuring out who I am. White people see me as not a white person, and Native people sometimes don't see me as a Native person, so like, where does that put me?
Oh, yeah! Yo, Vancouver! Oh, man. Isn't it crazy that this is what dads get to look like now? I'm a father. Think about what all our dads look like forever and now realize I'm the new version of that. That's crazy. I carried these Air Jordans here in a box because I didn't want to get them wet. You know what I mean? Yeah. My dad would have showed up in rubber boots. He doesn't care. We're different. New dads are different. By the way, I only bought these shoes because the black guy at Foot Locker told me I'd look dope in them, and I'm Native, and that's the only cosign I need for anything, right? Yeah. We love black culture. I had a white dude ask me the other day, he's like, why do Native guys love hip-hop so much? Why do you guys love black culture so much? And I was like, I don't know, I never thought about it. I guess if I had to make a guess, it's probably because if your cultures and traditions were stripped from you and you weren't allowed to practice them for many, many years, you'd latch on to the next oppressed person's culture as well. Or like, because they're cool as shit, whatever makes you feel less guilty, Jackson. The new version of dad, we're soft, you know what I mean? I'm such a softie compared to my dad. Like, my dad's 84 years old. He still gets up every single day and goes to work. Every single day. He doesn't do a lot of work when he gets there, but he still goes every day. You know what I mean? Every day I wake up and go, ugh, how do I get out of going to work today? We're not the same. I just found out the other day that when my dad was 17, he lied about his age so he could join the Navy and go on a peacekeeping mission in Vietnam. I'm like, that's nuts. When I was 17, I lied about my age so I could go watch strippers. We're not... There's a big difference there. And that's crazy also. That's another thing old dads do is they keep secrets forever and then they just sit like this all the time, right? Talk about your feelings more, old dads. You do this a lot less. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's a big... I just found that out. I'm 35, and I just found that out. My sister texted me the other day, and she goes, did you know Dad was in the Navy? I was like, no, I didn't. She goes, yeah. He was just telling us a story about how when he was in Ho Chi Minh City, he was getting shot at, and he had to escape by boat on the river. And I responded, what? In all caps? And then she responded, Ho Chi Minh City is a city in Vietnam. And I was like... Yo, that's not where I got confused, actually. I love being a dad, though. It's like the best thing that I ever did. And my daughter turns 2 this week. And yeah, thank you. So yeah, pandemic baby. She's a pandemic baby, and I hope that she's one of those babies or one of those kids that asks if she was planned or not. You know what I mean? And I hope she comes up to me and says, "Dad, was I planned?" And I'll be like, "Oh, sweetheart, sit down. I'll tell you a little story." The year 2020. The month May. Your mother and I had been locked up for 3 months together in our 1-bedroom condo, and we were bored as all hell. We decided, hey, we can either start a family right now, or we could watch The Office for the 30th time in a row. So we got to work, made you, and then 15 minutes later, we watched The Office for the 30th time in a row. I learned a lot during the pregnancy, though. Like, I thought I knew stuff about pregnancies, but I didn't. Like, I always knew there was 3 trimesters in a pregnancy, but what I didn't know was during the first trimester, absolutely no way can you tell anyone that we're pregnant, right? Because that's the most at-risk part of the pregnancy. So absolutely no way can we tell anyone that we're pregnant. Well, actually, it was more like, absolutely no way, Chad, can you tell anyone that we're pregnant? Mom and tell whoever I want. Yeah. That's how that went. She came home one day and she was like, my hairdresser's so happy for us. I'm like, you told your hairdresser? I was like, can I tell my best friend at least? And she was like, I thought I was your best friend. I was like, okay, cool. Hey, guess what? I'll let you guys know a little secret, though. I did tell my best friend, because it was my last summer as not a dad, and me and some buddies, we rented a cabin. We went out to the lake, and we did magic mushrooms. I know some of the white people right now are like, oh no, native dad talking about drugs? Should we call child services? Go ahead, she's white, so yeah, married a white woman. Oh, also, she works for them, so I figured out how to beat your system, white people. Go ahead, call child services, leave her a voicemail, see what happens. We're out at the lake, and me and my buddies, we're on magic mushrooms. And we're all in this cabin, we're all in the living room having a great time. And then I look into the kitchen, and my buddy Paul's standing there with his head down, and I'm like, oh no, Paul's not having a good time. You gotta cheer him up. And then I was like, how am I gonna cheer him up? And then my mushroom brain was like, oh, tell him your secret, right? So I walked into the kitchen and I was like, hey, Paul, you wanna know a secret? And he went, yeah, I guess. And I looked around and I went, I'm gonna be a dad. And immediately he started smiling and got actually genuinely happy for me. And he was like, oh, I'm so happy for you, dude. I'm so happy you're gonna be such a great dad. I'm so proud of you, too. You really turned your life around. You got a great girl. You got a good job. I'm so, so happy for you. And then we hugged for 5 minutes because we're on mushrooms. And then when we were done hugging, I looked at him again, and he wasn't smiling anymore. And I went, oh, no, dude, what's wrong? And he goes, yo, it's a messed up time to have a kid, though, right? I was like, yo, could you stop talking unless you also have a happy little secret to share with me? My wife and I, we just got married this summer, so I'm sorry to disappoint you that, yes, we are sinners, but I don't know if you remember, I'm native, so I'm not worried about what the church thinks at this point. It was a great wedding. It was a beautiful wedding. I got in trouble at the end of the night from her because she didn't think I danced enough during our own wedding. And I was like, I'm not really a dancer. She's like, but you could have danced more. I'm like, look, I danced the appropriate amount of times for our wedding. I danced once with her, I danced once with my mom, and then I danced once at the end of the night when the DJ played Limp Bizkit, because I'm 35 and I still like to break stuff. When I enjoy watching people dance at weddings, I have a good time watching people dance at weddings. And at my wedding, I was sitting with this older couple, and we're just making small talk, and we're watching people dance. And the DJ's playing like top 40 hits. And then all of a sudden, Bob Seger's Old Time Rock and Roll came on. And before the piano break was even done, the old people were on the dance floor dancing. Like, it was like, do-do-do. And I looked, and there was just two spinning canes. I was like, what the? And I looked. And they were like getting down, you know what I mean? Like, they were having a great time. And I sat there and I watched that and I was like, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful sight to see. Because they're older, but a song from their youth came on and they got up and they danced the exact same way they did when they were younger to the same music that they enjoyed when they were younger. That's so beautiful to see. And then I thought a little bit longer on that and I was like, that's also messed up, because that means when I'm a grandparent and I'm at my grandkid's wedding and I hear apple bottom jeans come on, I'm gonna grind the shit out of my wife and nobody wants to see that. All right, thank you very much, Vancouver.
I feel great, yeah. I thought it went pretty good, yeah. I don't know, I'm still kind of riding that high of coming off stage right now, yeah. Beautiful audience, a lot of good-looking people here in Vancouver, yeah. I think they maybe laughed at some of the native stuff a little more, which is always nice, yeah.